Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon podcast. I am your host, Perry. This is a very special episode where it's not actually bourbon this week. It is, in fact, a rum episode of the podcast. I am also off-site. I am not in my normal studio. I am in the home of my future brother-in-law and my current sister-in-law. I say that like I've gone through a few, but no, this is the only sister-in-law that I've ever had. Cristobal. Hi, brother.
Hey, Barry.
How are you, man?
Good to have you here. We're pretty good. Yeah. I'm excited to be here.
This is not the only Latino that I have on the show this week, too. I've got a couple of other friends. I'm going to let them introduce themselves as well. Guys?
I'm Daniel Grauner. It's a pleasure to be here in the podcast. I have heard a couple of the other episodes and I'm excited to be here.
Let's go, man.
Yes, my name is Álvaro Hidalgo. I'm also happy to be here, so to taste some of the bourbon. To see how you like the bourbon compared to the rum. I'm so happy to be here.
I am so unbelievably excited for this episode. We have been talking about this since February of this year. It is
in the same place, actually.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Literally the same exact room.
Yes.
And, as of recording, it is October 25th. This is going to be like the first episode of November, I believe. So the fact that we have finally been able to, this just shows how insanely busy things are. But the fact that we have finally been able to get this together is incredible, and I'm very excited for it. We normally start off episodes with a segment called Flying Blind. That is where I haven't been able to do this in a while because I haven't had a co-host in a minute. But I pour something for the people who are on the opposite side of the microphones, and they just get to experience it, whether it's for the first time or the first time in a while. So it doesn't really matter in this instance whether or not you all know what this pour is. So I'm just going to pour this bourbon for you all, or I'm going to hand it to you all so you all pour to your level of comfort, I would say, because we have quite a bit of rum in front of us to pour. So this is Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond. This is a 7-year-old bourbon from Heaven Hill in Bardstown, Kentucky. It is what is known as a wheated bourbon. It uses wheat as a flavoring agent instead of rye, so it's going to be a little bit sweeter and a little bit softer. But I'm going to go ahead and just pass this around for you all to pour for yourself. You each have a glass in front of you, which is known as a Glencairn. It is the official tasting glass of whiskey. I did not deem it that. I actually don't know who deemed it that. It might have been somebody in Scotland, but
so it doesn't matter if it's whiskey or bourbon. You're trying this one.
This is kind of generally what is considered to be the best whiskey drinking glass. So, oh boy, here's the dog. Birdie, my mother-in-law's dog just walked in, along with my mother. Yeah. Oh no! This is a big family episode. Yeah. Hello, Bird.
Hi, what's up, Bird?
Hi, Birdie. Birdie, you're on camera.
Say hello.
Hi, friend. Hi. Hello, dog.
So want some bourbon as well.
Do you want to say anything? Okay. She's a good girl. All right, so this is Bottled and Bond is a specific set of rules for spirits in the United States. Essentially what it means is that it can only be made by one distiller in one distilling season. It has to be at least 4 years old, and it has to be no more and no less than 100 proof. There's Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Hey.
This is my other father-in-law. Chuck Berry. Hey, buddy. Hi, how are you?
Perhaps later.
Yeah.
What's up, my friend?
How are you?
What's up, baby? What's up, compadre? We call him Don Carlos. That's Don Carlos there.
I love it. I love it. So this is, in fact, a 100 proof bourbon. So starting off on the right foot, I would say.
Taste.
It tastes.
I feel a lot of the wood.
It is pretty oaky, I would say.
And it's easy in the back of the throat. Like it.
Is it now?
I can compare it with the rye,
Is
which
it?
you
Yeah.
get like like
Yeah.
the spicy here, but this is pretty easy. Like
Yeah.
it goes pretty easy.
Yeah.
I like it, but I don't know if it's a good idea to start with a bourbon and then try to taste some of the rounds that honestly they don't hit you as hard like in the first.
Interesting.
sip,
Okay.
in my opinion. But like,
Maybe we should get some waters too to
get me that.
help cleanse our palates. So Chris is gonna do that. I just wanted you guys to try something I've been really enjoying recently
great.
too. Yeah.
I like it.
It's just a really solid bottle. I think it's like $60 or $65. So for a 7-year-old bourbon, I mean it's not too bad.
Okay.
But yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Yeah.
cheers.
Oh,
Salud,
well,
salud.
Salud.
Salud,
Yeah.
salud.
I forgot whose presence I was in. Now I'm going to start asking this question, and we'll finish it up when Chris gets back. Danielle, you know this because you've listened to some of the episodes, but I like to ask people this question when we start. What have you all been drinking recently?
I have been like training a lot, so I have not been
Not much?
drinking much, but tequila, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
For me, well, for example, last weekend I drink rum.
Yeah.
I went to Miami and I was drinking rum with ice, but usually I think I drink more Scotch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
What kind of scotch do you typically like?
Black Label, the 12 years.
Oh, okay.
The Johnny Walker, or Buchanan 12.
Gotcha.
Those- yes,
Very
yes. That's I don't know because it tastes like more. It's easy to drink.
Sure.
To drink with ice. I don't drink it straight.
Yeah.
But I just put ice. With the with the liquor,
Right.
but yes,
Yes, sir.
that's the I think the typical liquor that I drink the most when I drink.
Right. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I just recorded an episode of the show yesterday, so I don't have a whole lot of like bourbon updates since then because I'm a little, little tapped out. But we did just get back from the pumpkin patch today. And they had Wisebird cider. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Wisebird or not.
Yes.
But before I move on, if you're watching the video version of the podcast, Chuck just walked back into shot, but his head is not in it. So he's just a headless body in frame. It's very funny.
That's going to be very funny.
It's extremely funny. I just glanced down and I saw you. I saw you without a head in the shot, and it cracked me up. Anyway, I can't remember the name of it. It was like Kernel, but it was spelled like Kernel. So like a popcorn kernel. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. Hi. What are you doing? This is Eden.
You have a busy episode today.
Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, but that's all right. We're recording on a live set, so it is what it is. Chris, what have you been drinking recently? Yeah, right.
Or the what?
What have you been drinking recently? It's the segment of the show that we're on.
So a lot of beer actually. I have been in a beer mood lately.
I have too.
Yeah, I have been, and this is crazy. So before coming to the US, I never liked like the very light beers.
Yeah.
Like I just thought they were just water, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And then this summer, something got me, and then everything I want is a very light beer. Like it's crazy.
We were drinking, and I guess we still kind of are. If you're watching the video version, you can see the Miller Lite cans, but we were drinking a little Miller Lite before. So is that kind of what you're leaning towards as one of your...
This summer, yes,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But I will say my traditional one is an IPA. I love a very good IPA, especially if it's like from a local brewery. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that flavor a lot.
There you go, man. Should we move on to our first rums?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, fantastic. Where should we start? And Birdie? And why should we start at this particular pour?
I like to start with the best first,
Okay, there we go.
and then I don't think I'm gonna give this to you, and I don't think like we're gonna have for everybody, but like you can see what bottle it is. That is Zacapa XO. I believe that's like 30 years old, and it's from Guatemala.
Okay.
And I believe is made through the Solera system.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the Zacapa 23. That is one of the more affordable and like very good quality, in my opinion,
Gotcha.
from the same house, Zacapa from Guatemala. And I don't know if we're gonna have a good representation of all the rums, but this is what we like.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that, man. So this is an 80 proof rum. Solera, for people who don't know, is a process of aging spirits in which they continually add spirits into the container. So if it's whiskey or bourbon, they'll add more bourbon into the barrel. I'm assuming it's the same thing with rum in that case too.
Yeah.
Party. There's no way that anybody on the mic heard that, but my mother-in-law just told the dog, am I going to have to send you to Pittsburgh? I'm not going to explain that any further because nobody beyond this
Unless you're from Pittsburgh, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna make this go as far as it can and see if we can still manage to get everybody a pour of this.
Okay.
Even if it is a
Yeah.
a small taster.
Sure.
So I will say recently, like in the rum world, you have Guatemala with the Zacapa is pretty strong, and then actually Venezuela is pretty strong as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have, we're gonna try it, Santa Teresa.
Santa Teresa.
And then-
Actually, we don't have here, but
What about the Diplomatico? That's
yes, we call it. Well, it's called diplomatico, but it's also problemático.
it creates problems.
Yes, it creates a lot of problems, but it's actually a really good rum. Unfortunately, we don't have it here today.
I know that this is gonna be like I don't know, an 1/18 of an ounce, but we can all at least taste it
I
together.
will say just like we can do lower and then give it a little bit more to Perry because you need to enjoy this one. This is something worth to enjoy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Danielle's like, you got to have more of this. That nose is incredible. So, what you guys might wind up doing a couple times throughout this evening, I'm gonna just give you a heads up here. Dude, you didn't pour any for yourself? It's okay. Okay. All right.
He already drank all the bottle.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fine.
What's going to happen? You will inevitably have a glass in one hand and the microphone in the other, and you will accidentally wind up sniffing the microphone.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Maybe actually when we are about to finish, I will leave all the thing because
Well, I think the issue with Alvaro is like he's talking with his microphone and then he's
Yeah.
like, come on.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey,
well,
salud.
cheers. Salud.
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 Salud. Salud.
What are your thoughts? Like, it's gonna be interesting to see your first
Yes.
reaction.
So inherently, rum is just sweeter than bourbon is, and I mean it's the fact that it's made with different ingredients. It's a different process of creating the spirit itself. But Bertie, I am so worried about you being around these cables. But the
Hello.
even though this is like inherently just a sweeter spirit, it is still so dark, and it's so like it's a flavor explosion. Like what is rum traditionally aged in? Like what kind of barrel is it aged in? Do you know?
I don't know specifically what kind of barrel,
Yeah.
but it's just barrels. I don't know. But
Sure, yeah.
But when
I'm
you're
not,
asking,
I'm not sure about like the type of wood. If,
the
like,
type, if that's what you're asking, like the type of wood.
Right.
so we drink rum. We don't know a lot
That is
about
okay.
it.
That is okay.
But
No, but I will tell you this. For example, in Venezuela, the Santa Teresa, you actually can get your own barrel in the distillery place. There is that's what it's called the Hacienda Santa Teresa. Hacienda is like a big farm in Spanish. So and you can go there and so you can learn all about the process of how to make rum. And actually, I don't know if they have still they have like spots available, but there is a lot of people that have their own barrel and to age their rum for a certain any time. So yes, so sorry, but not too many people have their own barrels.
Right.
So when you want a bottle, you just get your bottle
did you
from the
figure
barrel.
out that type of wood from
I
Zacapa?
did, at least for the XO.
Yeah.
It says older and younger rums are then blended as they age in a sequence of barrels that previously stored robust American whiskeys, delicate sherries, fine Pedro Jimenez wines, and finished in French oak casks, which previously aged cognac. So it's got an insane amount of different finishes in it.
Yeah.
But it also, it is just a really cool blend of products, at least. But what's interesting to me about this, though, is for bourbon, it has to follow a very strict set of guidelines, right? Has to be made in America. It has to be at least 51% corn. It has to be aged in new charred oak barrels. But it seems like rum doesn't have as many things that it has to follow to be called rum. And a good example of that is the fact that we have this super old, super well-crafted blended rum sitting on the table, but then right next to it is a white rum that's flavored with pineapple
Yes.
from Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
No, but I get your point. The thing is, we also need to look back that rum is a Caribbean drink,
Right.
so it's made in different places,
Right.
And so at the end, I think it depends of where it's made. It's
Right.
gonna have their touch.
Well, and I mean, bourbon is, the tagline of it is America's native spirit. Bourbon is made in the United States. It can only be made in the United States. It can be made in other places, but it can't be called bourbon. It can just be called whiskey, right? But yeah, rum is like made in all of these different countries using different styles of creation, and it, like that to me is so exciting and so much more invigorating about the spirit itself, because there's so many different avenues of exploration.
Yes.
Instead of just being stuck. And I mean, like, I love bourbon. I will always love bourbon. It will be the spirit I drink until I can't drink anymore. But going down this path of like, I mean, like we were talking about the Guatemalan rum, all these different, little styles that come out of different areas. Like, that's such a cool venture to take, like to think about what they're with different types of sugar that they're using for creating it too.
Yes.
In the different countries.
And I think that this rum is one that people will drink straight. When you think about rum, like the most traditional drink is rum and coke,
Right.
So I guess like all of us, I don't know you guys, but like that's how like we grew up or started drinking rum and coke.
Grew
And it
up
was,
5 years old.
Maybe 3.
First thing you had after you stopped,
exactly.
drinking breast milk.
If you can buy it, you can buy it. That's how
Yeah,
it
of course.
works. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And I mean, thinking like it becomes like, because it's globally a little bit more well known. Mm-hmm. So the one that we're having in the table, it's a pineapple one. Like it's more trendy.
Yeah.
Which it feels like when you come to Kentucky and you start getting into the culture of bourbon, it's not as trendy as rum. Like it's like, well, I really want to enjoy is bourbon.
Right.
While in the rum, it seems, well, I just need a drink that we can call it whatever we want to.
Yeah.
Which seems to be wrong because it's the trendy one.
Of course.
The same thing. And I think that's one of the great things of, like us coming from another country and then coming to Kentucky and experiencing the culture behind bourbon. Like, it doesn't happen in other places.
Yeah.
It's quite
so
unique.
fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Where should we move next?
Let's do the Zacapa, that is the 23.
Okay, sure.
And then see what you can tell us.
So Perry, what is this glass so special? Like, it's just more for culture, or the shape helps with something?
There is something about, and what Chris was talking about is the Glencairn. It's supposed to enhance not only like the tasting experience, but also the nosing experience too. Like it helped. Whereas like a rocks glass or just like these glasses, it just goes straight from like the bottom of the glass up to your nose, and it doesn't like aerate the spirit. This allows for it. I don't understand the science of it. I'm really just kind of talking out of my butt more than anything. But like based on what like I have read. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Chuck.
And the second question about it, like, why do you smell with your mouth open?
Okay. The reason I do that, and that's not something I did because I developed that on my own. I had to be taught how to do that. The reason is because you also smell with your mouth. You also taste with your nose. It's a very strange thing. But when you are actually smelling a spirit, part of that is being processed through your tongue too. So this sounds like the most, I never get into this kind of stuff on the podcast, but it does kind of sound like really douchey, doesn't it? Like, but there is like in your olfactory senses, you do have part of your, oh my gosh, Birdie, part of the way that you smell gets processed over your taste buds, and part of the way that you taste gets processed through your nose too. So when I was going through like the early stages of tasting whiskey, I was told it's better to get the full experience by slightly opening your mouth. So it's just a like secondhand thing now that anytime I take a glass to my nose, I have my mouth just slightly open. And you can kind of notice it too. That if you keep your mouth closed,
It's not that strong.
it's not as
Yeah,
strong.
yeah,
You get more of the ethanol. You get more of like
Yes.
the oak. Whereas once you open your mouth, you start to process more of like the floral notes. You start to get something that's a bit more sweet, and it just kind of broadens your experience with it. So. It's a long way of saying there's more to it when you actually open your mouth.
Did you guys know about it? Like
I learned in a tasting.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
pretty
go
cool.
to
Yeah.
distilleries, they will like explain that you should taste like that. But like, yeah,
I can tell the difference
yeah.
from that one and this one.
Why?
I don't know. It's more strong.
It's the same exact proof. It's also this is also a Zacapa. It's also 80 proof.
But you don't feel like it's more.
What? Okay, so this one is only aged from virgin. Okay, hold on. From virgin sugarcane and finished in oak barrels at high altitude.
In like, I don't know how to describe it. It seems like this has more body. Like when it goes to my tongue, like I feel more body. The first one, it just went very quickly, very fast.
I think part of that is the fact that the XO just has more of a finishing or more products that went into the blend itself with all of the different like barrels. There's the Pedro Jimenez, there's the sherry, there's some like ex-bourbon casks and everything, and that creates something that is a little bit more like easy to drink.
Yeah.
Whereas
that
like
makes sense.
there's something like sharper about this, right? Like it feels like there's a bit more of a bite to it. And I think when we're talking about something like bourbon, people always go, well, I want something that's really smooth.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I don't really care. I just want it to taste good. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. Smooth is like not an adjective that I typically rely on because it doesn't particularly mean anything. Yeah. It just kind of is like a way of describing like, oh, there's not a lot of alcohol burn. But in this case, like it's almost flipped. Like I would expect this to be a little bit smoother than the XO. Like I would expect the XO to have more of a bite to it. But this kind of like chips at my palate a little bit more. Oddly enough, I think
interesting what you're saying because I believe that is the opposite of bourbon in this case. Like if you have a expensive, good bourbon, you will feel that.
Yeah.
And then the Zacapa has done the opposite. If you have like the high-end rum, you can drink it and it's extremely sweet.
Yeah.
A good example is that my wife will not drink like straight liquor, but like this is one that she will like actually will enjoy.
the XO or the
Here,
23.
say hi.
Say hello.
You say hi to the camera.
She also is a headless body.
Go down. Here we go.
Fantastic.
But yes, that's a good one. I agree.
Which it makes sense on the comment we were doing before. Like if you have a bad rum, you need to put it with Coke.
Yes.
But then if you take one of those with Coke, it's a sin.
You
And
know-
we have a friend that
Sure.
does that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's
we have a
funny?
friend that do the opposite for everything. That you can imagine.
You know what's so funny though? Like in all the years of doing the podcast and being like doing all these little experiments and being like, does it really matter what kind of bourbon goes into your bourbon and Coke? It doesn't really change the flavor that much. Like I remember back in the day doing, whether it was like an episode or a live stream or whatever, where or maybe it was a friend that did it. I don't remember for sure. But it was like, we took like, Evan Williams and like Bullet and then like Blanton's or something to that effect, and tried all of them in bourbon and Coke. And it was nearly indistinguishable. Like they just basically all just taste like bourbon and Coke. And every time that I've done it since then, it's been like, it's kind of
Bourbon
true.
and Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have my preferences of bourbon, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. But I kind of feel like rum might not be the same thing. It kind of feels like really good rum is really good rum, and you put it in Coke, and it really does feel like it's a sin.
We can try that. We can try some like
We can.
Okay.
But like I
But
think that
then-
we have to go back to the original, and I hope that this is correct. Like is the Cuba Libre is like the rum and Coke.
Yeah.
So I think like this comes back to Bacardi, that they originally like start mixing that drink, and that's what make popular like having rum and Coke.
Yeah.
Now we drink this type of rum like you would drink bourbon.
Yeah.
Like you can put some ice and
Sure.
and we have going back to the white rum there that is not aged, that is most likely just distilled and going to the bottle. Those are for cocktails, for the ones that you like mix with fruits or like do like
piña colada.
colada
That's why a
and
piña
stuff like
colada.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to ask you all a question that's, this is a little bit more serious. And
a little bit more what? Sorry?
serious.
Yes.
I feel like there has been more scrutiny in the United States around drinking culture recently. But you go to Latino countries, and not to say that like, you wake up and the first thing you do is, pour a shot of rum and you go on your day, right? But it seems just more accepted, more that everybody drinks. Not talking about children, but adults at least, right? Is the drinking culture in other countries more well defined in terms of responsibility? Or is the United States less well developed in your all's experience?
I think that's is a great question, and I would like to go to the facts. I think that people in the US drink a lot.
Yeah.
So I would like to think that like is equivalent. Like maybe it's judged, but
Sure.
like how many drinks per person per year are there? And I'm tempted to say that in the US people drink a lot.
Yeah.
In Latin American culture, that's where we're from, is more celebrated. People is like, yeah, we're drinking, we're partying.
Sure.
And I agree with you. It's not frowned upon that we're drinking and we're
Right.
celebrating and everything. If even if it's like a little kid's birthday, like my uncles were drinking.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then, like,
yeah.
that's part of the culture.
Yeah.
Here, like you like be quietly doing your drinking, but people drink as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree with that, and also I think that I think here when people drink, the people tend to drink and start mixing and like to drink to get waste. In Venezuela, for example,
Right.
When people drink, you can drink all day, and they are still the same. I mean,
Sure.
because-
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the same is a strong. Is a strong. The
Yeah,
same is a strong.
yeah,
Is a
yeah,
strong.
No,
Is
but
a-
that's, it's more.
You that have seen all the show. You have seen how he has been the same. No,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No, of course.
It's not like oh no, this no more drink.
There's no like when he drinks, he turns into this kind of person. Like
And
It can happen. Of
yeah,
course.
sure, yeah,
but
but
then I think it's like in Latino, you drink and then you're doing more activities. So you're drinking and you're going to dance, and then you're drinking and then in the US it seems more so sometimes just let's go to a bar, let's go be seated and let's drink, and it's kind of like the experience. Like I think everyone has had that you're
for
drinking,
sure.
you're fine, you stand up and like
and you're not. Yeah.
I didn't know I was in this. You
Yeah.
know, like I feel every time we drink in Latin America, like really drink, it's around like a party, like you're dancing, you're standing up, and I think that makes a difference, like a little bit different for sure.
Yeah, it's just like the and you know there are studies, of course, that you know younger people are drinking less, and whether or not that's because of previous generations and their experience in the U.S. with drinking or what, and you know there's also the fact that less people are going out because it's more expensive to go out
Yes.
and you know and all that. But that's a larger, you know, more existential question.
We're going
to get into,
everywhere
of course.
this one.
Yeah, but-
We should cut it with the pineapple.
But for example, I will say an example. Of course, that there are places that you can spend more money or less money, depends.
Right.
Like in every place. But you see a lot I'm talking like in Venezuela. You go to a restaurant, any level of the restaurant, and people tend to, let's get a bottle of rum. Let's get a bottle of rum, just having dinner.
What?
Or a bottle of whiskey, or a whiskey, just having dinner. Or if it's not like ordering many drinks, or you know, and the people that stay in the table when you go to a dinner, at least for 4 or 5 hours. Depends. Or because
Hi.
that's the way how it is over there.
But that's like unheard of in the United States, right? Because when you buy like an entire bottle of alcohol, that's almost your entire bill when you go out, you know?
Yes, but yes, but in Venezuela also can be bad. You can find places that probably you will buy the bottle at the same price in the restaurant than you buy in the liquor store.
See, but that's the thing is that you can't do that in so many places in the
Yes.
US because they mark those prices up so that they can, you know,
people won't do
make
it.
an insane profit. Anyway,
Yes.
this is so far beyond what I was
yes, yes. It is.
we don't have to go down that road. But anyway.
just one more thing, because other thing that happened over there is that you can take your bottle to the restaurant and you just pay to the restaurant like a fee for
Sure.
for opening your bottle, and they give you ice with waters and you mix.
Yeah.
But that don't happen here. That doesn't happen here in the US. I know.
I wish we could do that.
Yeah, that would be excellent. That would be great.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
I don't know where Chris went. We'll wait for him to come back until we move on to the next one. But
What order are we doing for the?
I kind of think we should go for the pineapple next. I think we should take a let's surprise him with it.
I brought these for showing, not for tasting, but we're gonna go. For it.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
you know, but speaking about this rum, but
Thank you.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding that Captain Morgan is like a very, very famous rum here in the US.
It is. I mean, that's
Since a long time ago.
yeah. I mean, as far as like what Americans consider rum or what their exposure to rum is, it's like this and Bacardi. Like there is no, you know, Foursquare in their life. There is no Zacapa. That it's just, you know, and I'm fortunate enough to, having been in this this role for so long. We're moving on to the pineapple, by the way, Chris.
I should hold back.
I wanted to take a little break and you know, give us something that
Yes.
he just didn't pour very much.
Saving my space for the Santa Teresa.
I wanted to give us something that's more, you know, something that people who are, you know, American rum drinkers might be a little bit more familiar with. But being like in, you know, this world, I'm friends with people who are curious about other spirits, right?
Yes.
And I'm good friends with a whiskey writer who wrote a book called Rum Curious. And the rum that he really fell in love with first was Foursquare.
Foursquare. Okay.
which was largely and is largely finished in bourbon casks. And I've had it only a couple of times, but it's phenomenal. It's just expensive.
Okay.
I, you know,
Where is that one from?
Barbados,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah,
I'll look it up in a
I don't
second.
think we have talked much about the countries, but
No, we haven't.
like yeah, like well, we did say Guatemala, and then Santa Teresa is from Venezuela, but
Yeah.
Barbados is very
Yeah.
popular for rum. I'm from Honduras, and they make flor de caña in Honduras that is originally from Nicaragua, but like those are the ones that I grew up
Right.
drinking.
But that
guess.
one is actually good.
Yeah,
For
they
the
have
con-
like different tiers as well, and they have a 25-year-old. And then I was reading a little bit, and I learned that there is like rum from Philippines. I was not expecting that.
We were talking about that, yeah,
Yeah, that
earlier.
was surprising.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, you can make, United States rum
yeah.
too, and it wouldn't be, I mean, it might be a little bit frowned upon because it would be,
So in Colombia, it's so for a long time the alcohol was like an industry that will be exclusively from the government. So
I poured way too much.
So in Spanish, when you have like a variation, you need to just drink it all. We say, quiero saber si Perry es amigo. Fondo, 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 fondo. Here we go. That's how it works. But then,
that was a mistake.
yeah, in Colombia, drinks are like for a long time used to be something from the state. So you will have your national or your local distillery, which was like a state-owned distillery, and then in Colombia's case, you will have just two type of alcohol, like of spirits. One is rum, so you have your Colombian rum, so you will have the rum from each state. So like rum from my state, which was Antioquia, or
the Once Caldas.
the Caldas, which is another state exactly, and then you have aguardiente, which it's very
Oh, yeah.
Colombian.
I've had that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you brought that back when you first came back from Brazil.
It's like a rum, but with anise.
Yeah.
So kind of like this one,
Really
instead of
good.
pineapple, it's anise.
Yeah.
But it was a state thing. So I think coming back on where it goes, bourbon versus rum, it's just rum. It was whatever we like for a long time. The only option that you had, like you would choose rum or aguardiente, and that's it.
Do you all have a preferred country where you would rather drink rum from?
I think
Your home
Venezuela.
countries?
No, I think Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that we're gonna get to it, but when you try it,
Okay.
the Venezuelan one is not as sweet as the good ones from Guatemala.
Okay.
And I think you can have a few drinks without like feeling that you're drinking water with sugar. So that is my opinion. That's why I like it. I don't know about you guys.
No, for me, the Venezuelan rum. No, it's not because I'm from Venezuela, but it's because also I like it. But I also enjoy the Zacapa and also that one, the Flor
de Caña.
Flor de Caña. Actually, I like one from Panama. It's called Abuelo, which is also really good. But if I go to the liquor store and I see a Santa Teresa, I will buy it. And not that
It's
one.
very good. It's
There
very
is
good.
one that is called, we call it in Venezuela pecho cuadrado, which is like the
Square chest.
yes, in English it's a square chest. It's also made by Santa Teresa,
Okay.
but the price is more affordable, and also
Gotcha.
the flavor is really good, and it's a very good rum. I wanted to try it to bring it today, but I didn't have time. But we can find it in Publix.
Sure.
Because now in Publix they have the Santa
So
Teresa.
one of the things that since we're moving on, one
Yeah,
of the
let's go
things that
ahead.
you always say in the other episodes is like how much the bottles are.
Yeah.
And then we are doing a big gap. Like that Zacapa XO is roughly $300, and then like I think all the other ones range from $40 to
Yes.
$55.
Yes, like 47. The 47. This one and that one is $50. The one over there.
Gotcha.
And
But
the
also,
the
it's a big
pineapple is 14.
Yeah, less maybe. It's also it's crazy.
White girl rum.
How much you can get this in the US versus how much you pay in Venezuela.
Oh, in Venezuela you can find right now that one in $25. $25.
Yeah, so it's very accessible.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like Blanton's or Weller. I mean, you go to Japan and Blanton's, which is here like a $70 bottle, you can typically get for about $40, which is unheard of.
Yes,
But
and
anyway.
even in other states here in the US.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
Is this the
the
special
market is
edition?
cooked.
This is a special edition because now they are like mixing with they are also like having coffee beans in the same farm,
Interesting.
and they are I think they are not adding like that. Well, that's what I read really fast. Really fast before we start this, but I think what they are doing is putting like beans in the barrels before putting the spirit
Interesting.
to have the barrels with a little bit of the flavor of the coffee.
So we want to start with the Santa Teresa, the Arabica coffee cask finish?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this one's 92 proof. And you said this one's about $50?
No, that one's $47.
$47? Okay.
$47.
So about 50.
Yeah, about 50. Yeah. About 50. Yeah, it is. 50-ish. 50-ish.
Close to 50. I like that it's got a cork. You're not in frame, no. She said,
have
"Oh,
any
no,
comments?"
please."
Nada.
A mouse just came on stream. And this one's Venezuelan.
Venezuela, yes.
Gotcha.
So just as we pour, so we have a representation of Venezuela, of Nicaragua, Honduras.
we
have someone
are we
from
losing
Peru.
Chris?
Yeah, we have from Peru and then from Colombia. So
Just wild. Oh, Emma's here. Hi.
Hello.
Hello,
Emma.
It's very cool that we've amassed such a wide range of Latino people. Hey, salud.
salud. You need to admit, since Latino came to your life, it's more enjoyable. We give joy to the life.
I'm not mad.
I can feel the coffee a lot. Yes. Yes. That's true. Hola, Emma.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, bien. Aquí vamos, aquí vamos.
This is the first time. I mean, Emma's been on the podcast before, but my youngest has never shown up on an episode until now. Here's Ella. She's tired and grumpy. Hi, baby. Hi. What you doing?
Hey, Rockies.
This is such a dramatic change from
Yes.
well, from the pineapple rum, which I'm not even counting as
No, that's not
one of the
part
ones that we.
the tasting today.
But from the Zacapa, I mean, it's just completely different. I mean, I mean, of course, it's like finished,
Yes.
but B, I mean, it's just. It doesn't even have like the same flavor profile as the Zacapa does. It's definitely not as sweet by any means. I mean, it's. I really like this.
I mean, you have alcohol and coffee. It's the best two things that you can have in life. If you put soda water in that,
Said like a true Colombian. It's really good, right?
You can definitely taste the coffee.
Emma is also just a floating body with no head on the camera.
Happy Halloween.
Well, this is going to come out after Halloween, but yeah. Nope. Not the baby. Not the baby.
not yet.
Hi.
So, but what do you think? Do you like it?
No, it's fantastic.
Okay.
I'm really happy with
So
this.
your comment on like the rums being really different from one country to another one makes me think about the bourbon in Kentucky. It's all here. So the distilleries learn one from the other one. Everyone tries the other one. These rums are made like miles and miles away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's-
Well, and it makes me think too about like how people just rely so heavily on needing to work with the tools that they have at hand, right? You know, like They don't have the exact same sugar cane. They're not in the exact same environments. Whatever it is that they have at hand, they're going to make do with. I mean, like the reason that bourbon took root was because corn was a better grain to grow in the States than barley was. And it just like it fascinates me thinking about, as distillers traveled around the Caribbean, like they still had that desire to distill and make alcohol. But every region, just produces something different. And I mean, like you can take the exact same recipe for a bourbon, take it from Kentucky and move it to California, and it's going to produce wildly different results because of the soil and because of the atmosphere that the water too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many different factors that go into it, and even just Ella agrees, but it just just getting down to, and I mean, like a lot of people argue about whether it's the ingredients or what. No, don't eat the cork, dog. Whether it's the ingredients or the wood or the actual atmosphere that it's aged in or anything, but like to me, it's what the actual like grain or what goes into the still, what is distilled, that really defines the product itself. Like you have to have good ingredients or it's just going to turn into a really, really bad product. And I think that, it's evident that like you can take basically the same process across these different countries and have something completely different.
Yeah.
But
this coffee
really
one
like
is
this. It's so good.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's very, very good.
All right, we got one left.
Yes. That one is like the top.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Perry, a question for you. Then, what's the big difference in your, like, what do you feel as the biggest difference between a rum and a bourbon? Like, what's going on in your mouth?
Well, nobody's ever asked me that before. No. Well, before I answer that, this is 80 proof, so we're dropping down a little bit, and this is another Santa Teresa,
Yes.
and it's a triple aged Solera.
So is that like a special? It's a special edition.
Yes.
Like,
Yo, this one is like a special edition that they are making right now. But this is like the original 1796 Santa Teresa.
Gotcha.
This is like the top from in Venezuela.
More than anything, I mean, it's just a sweeter experience than drinking bourbon is, first and foremost.
yeah, I had a feeling about that answer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's for sure.
It's also just like, it's more oily than bourbon is. Not that bourbon is like inherently just a like light drinking experience, but unless you get into like higher aged, higher proof, and really kind of depending on where it's produced, it's not always going to have this mouthfeel. This is a very specific product. Like, there are very few rum finished bourbons that I can think of, and actually I can't think of any off the top of my head. But when I have had them in the past, it has completely transformed the way that I experience it, just tasting it, because it feels like it almost feels more like rum when it's been finished in like a rum cask than it does just bourbon on its own.
Because as an enemy, like not being an expert, but it's almost like when I need to understand where it hits bigger, like in my mouth, like rum, it's at the very beginning, like you feel the sweet very quickly, and then goes at the end very soft.
Yeah.
Which the bourbons I have usually tried, which I need to admit I'm more like into the right side. You feel the spicy more like in the back. Like you feel like the kick when you're trying to finish your sip. Which in here,
Okay.
like when you finish, it's pretty easy to finish. But then you feel that first kick
Yeah.
at the beginning of the mouth, like the sweetness and like change where you feel it for sure.
I think like compared to bourbon, is like more related to the proof level. Most of the bourbons are gonna be a little bit higher. So
Yeah.
that's why you feel it.
Like your standard offerings, Jim Beam, Evan Williams, things like that. Those are 80, 86 proof. But I mean, everything that we've had, I mean, I guess these are also 80 to 90-ish proof. But yeah, I mean, like if you're going on to like the Bourbon Trail, you're going to get a wider range of proof options offered to you. But in this case, though, it really doesn't seem like, and I mean, I've had a couple of like cast strength rums before, and it's almost like it doesn't need to be at that high proof. Like 80 proof seems to work perfectly. Like I when I do reviews of bourbons, I always go through like, well, is this exactly what it needs to be? And aside from the pineapple, which I'm, again, just kind of writing off, every single one of the rums is like, I don't know if I would change anything about this. Like, it just kind of is exactly what it needs to be, or exactly what it was intended to be by the producer. Does that make sense? Like,
I think it's a little bit unfair just because we're drinking really good rum. I think that we should have done a better job, and maybe we can do it. We can send it to you, and then we can have like a average bottle
sure.
that you will like compare to an average bourbon bottle, and then like it doesn't taste like this.
Yeah, we're talking here like good, very good rum. Like I will not go with my friends naturally and then buy one of those for our night out.
Right.
I think that's a good distinction. Now, if we're doing something like special, like this is the type of rum you will want to have.
And please don't get me wrong, but for example, if I bring even the lower level rum of Venezuela, it's well, I know it's also my opinion, but I think it's going to keep us any wrong in any part of the world, because actually they are really good.
Right.
To be honest. Even the $7 bottle rum
Sure.
from Venezuela.
Venezuelans used to be very humble.
Hey, man, advocate for yourself.
Exactly.
No, but
Be your own biggest fan.
No, but it's no, because when you try it, well, of course, it's hard to compare with Captain Morgan or the rum, but the flavor is still like you still feel like the rum. I don't know if I'm explaining it very good, but
I understand what you're saying.
but I think next time we should bring also other type of rums also. as well.
Ooh, there's going to be a part 2 sometime.
Yes.
We're going to do this again. Actually, yeah, we are definitely going to do this again.
Absolutely.
I got to say, of the 1796 or the triple aged or whatever, this might be my favorite. I really, really like this one, man.
More than the coffee one.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to do them side by side, but there's just something about the way that I feel about the coffee one is like, I almost feel like I have to be in the right mood for it. Whereas the triple aged, it feels more of like I'm just grabbing something to have a drink of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more versatile. More versatile. Like you just can have it.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to.
I mean, that being said, though, they're both excellent. it's just.
What about the Zacapa, the 23?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the XO. Ah, shoot.
Oh, that one is.
No, like I mean, we're talking about.
Okay,
all
but
of-
that's a $300 bottle of rum. Like compared to like 3 regular offerings.
But I'm sure you have had bourbons that are $300 and then a $50 bourbon that it may be as good as the $300.
Yeah, I mean that happens more often than not.
Yeah. Also, like I think on the
don't know.
300, like in the XO,
Yeah.
those are finished in cognac barrels,
Yeah, that had connect before.
Yeah.
That's what you just read. yeah.
and that makes stuff different.
The one that we brought, Daniel and I brought from the barrel, actually, from that one is also really good.
Yeah, because Alvaro's talking about custom barrels that you can do. With
Right,
bourbon.
yeah.
So like a lot of people
Completely different.
doing those, and they're popular. And you go and you taste, and then you have like your name is the Alvaro's barrel, and then they're a bottle like that. That they're pretty good. Like,
But I will say the Zacapa, they have more sweet profile, like a little bit sweeter. The Santa Teresa, they do a very good job bringing that sweet a little bit down. I'm not a sweet person, so I like more the Santa Teresa. Like,
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm leaning too, because I do typically like darker bourbons, like oakier bourbons.
yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm going with the Santa Teresa.
What about you, Alvaro? What's your favorite?
Oh, on the rum, the Santa Teresa.
But which of the two?
Oh no, this one. But if I have to
The
buy
triple.
non-coffee.
the non-coffee,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
But if I have another favorite, but like for just for drink, not every day, but just if I go to the liquor store, there is another Santa Teresa that is a $20 bottle. It's really good as well, and then it's not like this one is the best, but I don't have to buy this one every time.
Right.
It's like maybe you have the same thought with the bourbons. Or I don't know.
No, I definitely do. But I'm just kind of
What about you, Danny? Which one was your favorite?
I buy Santa Teresa and I buy Zacapa.
tied between the two.
The XO was a gift.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
wouldn't buy like a $300 bottle.
Very hard to justify spending $300 on a bottle of liquor. I can't do that. Chris, what about you?
I'm a big coffee fan. I thought that the coffee one was fantastic.
Yeah. I kind of thought that would be your answer.
I wasn't expecting that flavor. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
My number 2 will be the second Santa Teresa for the same reason. Like I like Zacapa, but it's a little way too sweet, like a little bit sweeter than I will naturally would like to.
Right.
But if you give me that for present, I will not be upset though. I will be happy with one of those in my
A
house.
$300 bottle of rum you shouldn't have. Never mind. I'm going to open it right now. Well, guys, thank you all so much for this. This has been incredible. And we are, again, going to do this a second time in the future.
We're gonna do a better selection.
Yes.
What do you mean better? This was fantastic.
Like I mean, like a more
Like more
diverse selection. This was a fantastic selection. We're gonna do a diverse selection
okay.
to see.
Like, what do you... Everything we had was really good. So
No, we need to get good. Very
think that
good.
we got Guatemala and Venezuela pretty much. We need to get like spice rum.
Okay, sure,
from,
yeah.
like some of the islands, and then we can try to get like I mentioned Flor de Caña before. We can
Yeah.
try to get one of that.
Abuelo.
And then the one from Panama. We can try
One for Colombia,
as well.
yes.
all right.
We will keep going to see, and then we can put an aguardiente in the middle to see what people think.
All right. Sounds good to me. Thank you all so much for watching, listening, enjoying the show, supporting it. I'll see you next time. Until then, though,
Ciao,
we'll see
ciao.
we'll see if we can do this on the first go. Until next time, though, I'm Perry,
Álvaro.
Daniel.
Cristobal.
and this is my rum podcast.